Okay, hi, Bharat. Nice to have you on this forum. Okay, so just to give you a brief about
Thank you, sir. Good morning.
Hi, good morning. Just to tell you why we do this thing is, we have been in connect with lots of people who have been in touch with our growth across the last 17 years. But we've seen in this pandemic, no, everyone seems to be on a low, yeah. So we said, yeah, at least we'll get some chats happening, okay, where we can boost their confidence and say, yeah, kuch bhi hota hai, we'll pull you up, yeah, there's no problem, life is good, okay, karke. So we started these series. So this is episode 5, okay. So we've got people from different walks of life. We've got HR professionals, we've got technical professionals, we've got marketing people. Last session was with Group Captain Naidu, who's into ethics. So we had him also. So this time we thought we'll get an army guy to come in. So welcome to the forum, Bharat. And the very first question that I have is something close to me because both are NCC cadets. And we had a grooming with NCC with sports and the armed forces. So I just want to ask you, yeah, the youth today now, I don't know if they have this kind of foundation. Okay. So do you think that there is any foundation that was similar to what we had? Do the youth have it?
Sir, it wasn't available then. And if you see it in that stream, it is not available today. But for us, it was available then also. It is available today also. So it is not about availability. It is about intent. Whether you want to utilize a facility which is existent, or you want to find out a resource which is existent and utilize it as a facility. For example, nobody told us to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, 4:30 in the morning and run all the way to Pachepas. Nobody told us to do that. And Pachepas never stopped us from coming and running inside. Now, even if Pachepas would have stopped us from running, we would have approached someone somewhere and ensured that we ran. Because the intent was to run. The intent was to get fit, firstly. Secondly, talking about youth today, fitness is not for social media alone. It is, if Wipro is conducting a marathon, okay, I will run, I will post my pics on Facebook, Twitter, absolutely. It is not for that. And you can't get fit in that manner. If you want to show, then fitness is a far-fetched thought for you. Because at every marathon, one thing which I notice is brand new tees, brand new shorts, brand new shoes, brand new socks, a new super bip number. That is for one day. And then the next year, it is a next set of brand new.
Oh, that's what they don't even realize, Bharat, that even when we get a new shoe in the NCC or the armed forces, we have to get it used to your feet. And you have to get used to the shoe before you start using it. Absolutely.
Absolutely, sir.
Sonali has
I think he's still answering your previous question.
Yeah, go ahead.
The thing is, like we used to meet every Sunday at Shishya. Nobody used to tell us to come to Shishya, but we have bulldozed our way. And Shishya has been cooperative because they know that these guys are serious into the game, and it helps them. So they said, okay, come and play. So it is intent.
You're right. Absolutely.
Super. I agree with you so much because I also see the same new t-shirts and new shoes and everything when you go for it. I attempted only one marathon with the same kind of get up, and then I decided marathons are not for me. I attempted other forms of fitness which were more suitable. Anyway, my question to you is, Bharat, you have been in some really serious operations right through your army career. What would you consider your strongest quality which helped you get out of such serious situations?
Training. It is serious training. And in training, one thing which we all as a team ensured is we showed no mercy to anyone. When it came to training, it is serious business. That is the first quality when you got to conduct any kind of an operation. I'm just not talking only about the armed forces. It is be in the corporate, be in any sector, any professional sector, any place. It is training which matters, and quality training. That's first. Secondly, it is patience. You got to be patient to reach those levels of training. And the third and most important factor is belief in your team. It has been very aptly said, no man is an island. You know, it's a
that
team
is
which
so
always
true.
wins.
That is so
So
true.
people forget that it is a team. And one thing which I always kind of told the team, and we all tried to reach or made an effort to reach, is endow thy will with such power, with every turn of fate, so it be, that God Himself asks of you, what is it that pleaseth thee? Push yourself to those limits that you know that He asks, what is your intent? What do you want? For that, training is the only key. There is no shortcut to success.
Wow, that is really a brilliant answer. I think a very, very
Thank you, sir.
impressive answer. And the next question is related to the previous question. The young adults nowadays always talk about stress. And when they talk about stress, they're always talking about, they mean rather that, you know, maybe they've broken up with their girlfriend, or they're broken up with their boyfriend, or they're, you know, their stress is really related to really, really minor things, which we would consider minor things. I would like you to talk to them about what stress really is. What stress really is, and how do you overcome stress?
Stress has become a phenomenal word today. I mean, you can associate yourself with anybody in the world and tell them I'm under stress. I have to go to office, I'm under stress. I have been given an assignment by my college, I'm under stress. As you rightly said, my girlfriend, is dating someone else. I'm under tremendous stress. How could she do it to me? Or vice versa is true. The girl says,
Yeah.
how can he do that to me?
Or even if
And
you go to the latest mobile phone which your friend has.
that is the biggest stress.
Biggest
Because
stress.
why can't I have an Apple iPhone? You know,
Exactly.
so
Yeah.
and those are not considered as stress at all by us, because
Correct.
we don't get to use our phones for 8 months. No connectivity. I'm not talking about internet. I'm talking about no connectivity at all. There is no tower. You know, so we used to use, believe you me, we used to use Nokia 1100. Where there is no tower, Nokia 1100 used to show us 2 bars, from
Wow.
which
Okay.
we could get across to someone and say hello, or say, okay, I'm alive. You know, stress is wrongly interpreted. You know, today they have that beautiful jargon called VUCA: vulnerability, uncertainty, complexity, ambiguity. The only thing I want to ask the generation is, you get to go home. And when you start from home, you get to go to your college, stroke your workplace, or if your girlfriend, boyfriend has walked out, you can always have a plan B, you know. And people who
That's
don't
true.
have a plan B are always under stress.
I
So,
agree with you.
wha- what I say is, when we get into a vehicle, we don't even know whether we're going to reach the destination. And it is every day. It is not one single affair. When Stone Leader Oni Nair had come visiting, you know, when he was getting into a big vehicle which was protected from all directions, I told him, sir, anything happens, don't step out of the vehicle. No, I'm sure there must have been a lot of stress, but then there was this belief that okay, these guys are going to take care. You know, now compare. Everything is comparative. Everything is a perspective. So actually, there is no stress. The generation has to learn to say, so what? Okay, I don't have an iPhone. So what? My girlfriend has walked out. So what? I'm going to get fired from my job tomorrow. So what? And this relates back to the previous thing which I said, endow thy will with such power. Because when you reach there, an employer is going to think 1,000 times before he fires you, because he knows if I lose you, he's going to find another job somewhere and a better paying job. So actually, there is no stress. It has been put into the minds that there is stress. If you don't do this, this will happen. If you do this, you will reach here. Oh, you have not reached this, so you won't reach. Oh, you have not scored 95%, you will not get an engineering seat in IT. So what? So there is actually no stress. There is no stress under any situation. Now coming to the second question as to how we handle the so-called stress. It becomes habit. We have, okay, if we're fired upon, so what? So when we ask so what, we go into the second step, that is, we're not looking at the problem per se, we are looking at the solution which is beyond. People don't want to look at solutions. Kids today don't want to look at solutions. So when we are fired upon, we know fire, dash down, crawl, observe, sight, fire. It is not theoretical, it becomes practical. So there is no stress in the world. It is planted.
Planted.
I'm glad that you started this topic of training, because that is what we are doing now. In Excel, training is our forte. Okay, so I think this whole word concept called training must have come from the military, because there was no need to train anyone unless they had to go for war. So I'm glad you brought this up. How important for us training is in all the institutes that must have gone through the NSG training center, how we went through the course and all of that thing. So if I were to take a situation where you are being fired upon, you need to score back. Okay, if you had stress, so I'm just asking you in terms of time. Okay, if you were completely sure, stress-free, how much time would you take to fire back? If you had stress, how much time it would take? I think that will answer the question for a lot of people about what stress is. How much time?
If I were to be under stress, the first thing which I don't identify is as to where the fire is coming from. In any case, I'll fire back. But when I'm not under stress, I see where the fire is coming from. Because you can't make it out by noise. You got to see a flash. Because the sound will come from all directions. Yeah. Now, when I'm under stress, I don't see where the fire is coming from. So I have to move up to someone and I have to ask, fire kahan se aaya? If I'm under stress, I don't do those actions which are required to be done immediately. So if I were to quantify it, if I'm not under stress, I can react within say 2 to 3 seconds. If I'm under stress, I will take 10 to 15 seconds. And believe you me, in combat, 10 to 15 seconds is hell of a lot of time.
It's too much time.
It is like the battle is almost, you're in between, you're into the battle thick and thin. So that is the difference which stress makes. And to add on, you spoke about training, very important aspect. And in the lighter vein, we keep training, we train for 1,000 contingencies. And every time we go into combat, we are faced with 1,001st. And it happens on a daily basis. So what stress are we talking about? We know for sure that we will train, and when we face a situation, it is going to be nothing of what we've trained. So it is ironical actually.
So actually we should...
You're finished.
Yeah. So the next question also is about the training institute we spoke about, where we were groomed into being officers, okay? So everyone speaks about the OLQ, officer-like qualities. Okay. So if you were to pick, say, 2 or 3, qualities that you feel the current generation has to inculcate, what would that be, Varun?
Humility. The current generation needs to learn humility. I'm sure a lot of people from Tamil Nadu also will be watching, or they'll get to see this. very rightly it has been said, "Kattradu kaimanalavu, kalladadu ulagalavu." So how much ever you think you know, you actually don't know something.
That is
And
so.
and the worst thing is half-baked knowledge. You don't know where Siachen is, but you want to talk about what's happening in Siachen and what the government should do. You know, so half-baked knowledge is not at all going to help. Where does that come from? That comes from because we are not humble. Every time I need to learn. That is one. The second thing, as I already brought up, is patience. I feel the present generation has to learn a lot of patience. They're not patient. They think everything is like on the flick of a finger. YouTube खुल गया, Google से पूछ लिया, social media में चला गया. You know, I've uploaded pics and yeah, I know so much. No, it's not that. And another thing today is people need to have analytical skills. You need to analyze rather than just blindly following what is being shown to you. A person who shows you also doesn't know half of what he's showing. You know, I'm talking about what is available in magazines, in print, in media, glaring news 24 into 7 into 365. You know? So analytical skills are definitely required.
So, you know, Bharat, actually, this reminds me of something we spoke about during our family reunion on Sunday. One of my cousins also is in the yoga meditation, the professor in Amrita Institution. So he said, he quoted, okay, saying that what your eyes see is 1% of what your ear listens to is 1% of all that is happening around. You know, so it's very interesting.
It's like the iceberg.
Iceberg also is probably, you know, at least about 7%, 8%.
Yeah, that is so true.
Yeah.
Half-baked knowledge, like he said,
Actually,
most often.
even ethics is lacking here. I feel this, you know, the whole, you know, idea of ethics, work ethics, professional ethics, I think that has to be a huge requirement for the current generation. No, Sonali, you also feel that?
Yes, completely. I think Bharat would also agree that ethics, I mean, part of the training should be ethics also. You know, ethics is what is most important nowadays, professional ethics, as we talk about. So,
and another thing is learning. Learning is a curve. It's a process. Learning never stops. When I joined the battalion, I wanted to know how a particular weapon is sighted. So I walked up to someone and I asked him, "Yaar, mujhe ye sikhana." You know, their ego doesn't play. When I asked him, he has been sighting that weapon for 12 years. He has been doing that job. Nobody in this world can teach me better than him how to sight that weapon.
correct.
You know, and I just can't go and say, "Yaar, मैं तुम्हारा नया officer हूँ, चल मेरे को सिखा." It doesn't work that way. And this is there since Ramayana days. When Ravan was on his deathbed, you know, breathing his last, Ram tells Lakshman, "Go and seek, you know, the knowledge of Ravan." So Lakshman, with his ego, you know, goes and stands, you know, towards the head of Ravan. So Ravan sees and smiles. Ram understands what Ravan is thinking. So Ram calls Lakshman and he says, "When you need knowledge, you ask for it. So don't go stand near his head. Stand, you know, where his feet is. Look at him and request him. You know, be humble." And when Lakshman does that, Ravan gives all his knowledge to, you know, Lakshman. So the younger generation needs to be humble and learn from the baby boomers. You don't want to learn, the loss is not, you know, the loss is for you.
For you.
You are the new world order today. You're going to be setting up the new world today. So why don't you see how it has come all these years and do the way you want to do it?
Wow, Bharat, that was really amazing. It was truly a privilege having you on this chat. I think we were the
Thank you so
privileged
much.
ones.
Thank you so
So
much.
we would have loved to ask you 100 questions more, but considering that we don't have the time, and also that you should not be giving out so much of your knowledge, just like that. Give it in small spurts every now and then, a little bit here and there. So thank you so much.
Pranav, I've got one, even you were talking about learning at every stage, especially when you grow older, people feel they know everything. Like this, actually, this pandemic has been brilliant. It taught you a hell of a lot of things you didn't know, like Zoom. 6, 7, 8 months back, you asked about Zoom, you would have said Zoom, camera ka Zoom. Now we have become
Absolutely.
Zoom. You know what? And I learned from Pranav. Pranav told me, kya karna hai karke. So I'm saying, if you keep the quality of being able to learn, that becomes beautiful. So what's your final message for the youngsters? One final message.
Be happy. Yesterday was the easiest day.
Wow.
Wow, that's an amazing message. I think that's something we all resonate with. Be happy.
Absolutely. Whenever in crisis, order a biryani.
Order a biryani.
Thank you, Bharat.